Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to cold call from any area code using your cellular signal. That means you won't need any Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi calling apps. You would just be calling from any number you want using just your cellular signal, how you would normally call, a friend. And for me personally, I have tried multiple Wi-Fi calling apps in the past, and the problem with them is the reception is never as good. The quality isn't there. I always got people telling me, hey, like it's hard to hear you, or you keep cutting in and out, which is why I discovered this alternative instead. So I'm going to show you guys how that works. So let's say you want to be calling the, Ottawa area, right? You want to call the Ottawa area, and since you're calling the Ottawa area, you want to be calling from their own local area code, which is 613. So I'm going to show you how to buy a 613 number for like $1 a month and then hook it up. So when you do call outbound, so let's say you want to be calling outbound from that 613 number, you're going to be typing that in on your phone just like how you normally would and pressing the call button here. And it's going to say this.
Enter the number you want to call, then press pound.
Okay, so now that you've called the number you want to be calling outbound from, now this is where you enter your prospect's number. Okay, so you enter your prospect's number, then you press pound, and then now it's going to call them from that same area code that they're used to seeing. So this is what it's going to look like for them. It's just going to come off as a regular call. And let's say they missed your call, right? Or you leave a message for them to call you back, and they call back that 613 number that you purchased. Well, if they do call that number back, to you it's just going to show up as a regular phone call. Obviously the caller ID will still be there, but to you it's just going to come off as a regular phone call, right? Boom, right there. So that's what I'm going to show you guys how to set up. Now, the reason you want to be doing this in the first place is when someone is receiving a call from their local area code, they're going to recognize that number, that area code, and they're going to be more inclined to pick it up. And once they do pick it up, they're going to be going into that call with a lot more trust than they would be if they were going to that call from, an area code that they don't recognize. So this is why I've set it up. I have like 20 numbers. I've set up so I can call from any area code in Canada that I want. And for me, like I'm calling a dentist, right? So I'm trying to get past the receptionist. So if I'm trying to get past the receptionist and they see my caller ID pop up as, like a non-local number, they're not going to trust me as much, and they're not going to let me through as much. So anyways, I'm going to be showing you guys how to set it up now. We're going to be hopping into my laptop. Alright, so you will need a Twilio account for this. Now, Twilio does charge around $1 a month per phone number, as well as around a cent per minute that you're actually on the phone. So for me, it doesn't come out to much, but if you sign up to Twilio using my affiliate link in the description, then we're both going to get a free $10 credit. So that should be good enough to start you off. If you already have your numbers through high level, or if you already have a Twilio account with all your numbers, then you already should be good. If you're just signing up to Twilio now, you want to log into your sub account. You want to go down here under phone numbers and then click on buy a number here. And then this is where you can buy, all the numbers that you want. You can search up a number by the area code or even the locality here. But once you buy your number, you want to scroll down here to explore products. So I'm going to open this in a new tab because we will be coming back to it later. But yeah, once Explore Products loads up here, and then you want to scroll down here to Developer Tools. Once you get on Developer Tools, you want to click on Studio here. And Studio is where we're going to be creating all the flows. So we're just going to need one for this video. So you just want to click this plus sign here, and then you can name it whatever you want. So I'll name mine Video 8 Flow. And then this is where you have two options. So you can create the flow from scratch like I did, and I was on the phone with the Twilio support like a bunch of times, and it was quite a headache. So I'll leave the article here if you want to create the flow from scratch yourself. But the easy option is you can actually just copy the flow that I've already built. So click on import from JSON here, and then once you click this, you can actually copy and paste the code for my flow. So the code for my flow will be in the description. So you want to delete these two brackets here at the very top here, and then this is where you're going to be pasting the code that I already put for you guys in the description. So once you have the code in here, then you're going to click on next, and then the flows are going to be pretty much created for you. So all you're going to want to do now is change the number to your personal number. So it's going to be, by default, it's going to be my personal number, so you want to change it to something else. So you can be changing this number here if value equal to, so you can be changing this to your personal number here, as well as this one here. Okay, so these two are going to be changing to your own personal number, and then you should be good. Then we're going to hook it up to the phone numbers that you bought. But first, to kind of explain how it's going to work again. So whenever an incoming call comes to the number you're going to be buying, there's going to either be two options, right? If the call is from your prospect or anybody else other than your personal number, then it's just going to just forward it to your personal number, and then it's just going to come as a regular phone call. If you call the number yourself from your personal number here, then it's going to ask you to enter your prospect's number, and then it's going to show up to your prospect as if you're calling from the number you purchased rather than your personal number. So it's a pretty simple process, so it makes the outbound call here. So this is for outbound calls. This is for inbound calls. All right, so this is the flow. Once you finish this, you want to click on publish here, and then the flow aspect of things should be good. So once you click on publish here, we're going to go back to phone numbers, and then this is where we're going to hook up each phone number to the flow. So you want to click on active numbers, and then pick whichever phone number you want to use the flow with. You want to set up the system for, and then once you go down here, it's going to give you all of the back end for it, right? So you want to, when a call comes in, you want to change this to studio flow, and then you also want to type in the name of your flow here, so it's going to get linked to the flow that you just built out. You also, on the flow here, you want to also make sure you add the webhook for it as well. So once you go back to your flow here, I accidentally went out of mine, but once you go here, you want to click on the top big red rectangle here, and then you want to copy this webhook's URL as well, and then you want to add this in to every number that you want to use the flow for. So you want to add it in here. I already have mine on here, but those are the two things that you need to change for each number to be hooked up with the flow. So once you hook up the number, everything else is pretty much done. You guys don't have to go through the headache I did by building the flow from scratch. So yeah, once you add all the information there, you want to click save, and then you should be good. You can test it out by calling the number yourself and seeing for yourself. But yeah, this works super well. I hope you guys can up your cold calling game from this. If you guys have any questions, or if you guys got stuck in any part along the way, let me know, and I'll try to respond to every comment. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time.